But yeah, I don't know. My art streams have probably been the most fucking eventful things I've ever done. Honestly, like they really have. Um, like I said, I've never fucking broken a toe before, and to break it doing an art stream for fuck's sake, like seriously, fuck, you know. I know I'm gonna put all of her hair shadows on one layer, and that's gonna be a big issue in the future, but I don't really give a fuck. Fine. Almost as bad as me having collapsed lung that kept going for about a week. Nearly collapsed, and finally went to a doctor after another week, only to find out the right lung was completely collapsed. The left was 3/4 of the way in. Jesus. I think that's the thing though, is like medically, so many people can fucking just like get through the pain and just like keep dealing. Even when like you probably should like stop and go get some help. But yeah, stuff like that. You get to a point where you're like, this is normal, this is new normal. You think you can be an art teacher? No, fuck no. I am not very good at what do you call it? I don't know how to say this very well, but art teachers seem like they can appreciate every kind of art very easily and like without bias or anything like that. And I am very much like art critical. So when I see art and stuff like that, I tend to struggle if it's, well, quite frankly, if it's crap. I can't like sugarcoat it. I do not have that gene in my body that's like, it's wonderful. No, like literally just fucking send it back again. I could not be an art teacher. I don't intend to be mean, but like I just couldn't. I can't fucking like fake it. I don't know. It's too difficult. Like teaching people how to draw hair and something. No, not really, because the like fact of the matter is I barely fucking know what I'm doing. In all honesty, like somebody with much greater skill set would be looking at my stuff and be like, no shit. Um, but like I'm still also learning as well. That seems to be true. I don't recall any teachers ever really straight up bash their students' work. They're honest, but never in a degrading way. Yeah, they're it's constructive criticism. It's never shut them down. Always encouragement. I can't do that. I also really struggle to deal with kids, and even if I was dealing with adults, I still would get like found out super quick for like my inability to just lie um, about stuff like that. It would be a struggle. Well, give me a sec. Yeah, it's like you suck, Timmy. Now do it again. Yeah, I think that's the other thing too. Is also like a lot of people have massively different art styles. The other thing that would be very difficult too is when, like, I don't know. I'm not saying like I'm specifically like a jealous person, but I would be like probably a little bit um put off by seeing somebody so much like younger than me or so much like higher skilled than me at a younger age, or like just generally like what the fuck am I supposed to do when like get a student that's better than you? Because yeah, I don't know. Like I'm more likely able to teach how to do weightlifting than I am able to how to do like art. But I also took the time to learn how to do like weightlifting safely. And as opposed to art, like I don't fucking know. I'll look at the shadows on this in like a while, like in a few years, and just be like, the fuck was I trying to do? Oh, I've heard that one. But I'm this close to just taking it off random. What's like things I can do? There's Zombie Nation right there. Yeah. Um, yeah, I may have to take this off, off the thingy. About now is right. I have like a 16-hour fucking playlist, and because I've like clicked on a few songs specifically, it's just like having a lot of fucking difficulty randomizing now. Because I keep glancing at the screen because I keep hearing my name. Oh, because I'm talking about like shadows. So, like, okay, I'll bring in a drawing that's very old, and I can guarantee you I don't have any better understanding now than I really did back then, apart from the fact that I really shouldn't have used black as shadows um, on the piece. Give me a sec. What's it you got? She's an 8 version of Infinity. Was it? Three Josh projects in there by any chance? Just curious. I don't know. Um, good search. I've got Infinity Rio Giuliano edit. It's a different one. Put that on. Maybe a Skits Mix version of it. Oh man. Alright, let's see. Old ass drawings. Where do you reside? I think it might be 208. Maybe. Photoshop. I had Photoshop then. I may have had it then. It could be 08 or 09. Where are you? That one maybe? Um, let's see. Opening something else. Give me a second. I'm just going to see how this opens up. Usually I can have a look at a picture. Oh, fuck that off. That ain't it. The other way is stick figure. We've all drawn one, I bet. Oh man. So, you know, the funny thing is, growing up, a stick figure was the only thing I really struggled to draw. I still struggle with the concept of it now. Um, just one of those things where it's maybe too simple. And all of my drawings growing up involved the like arms having two lines to them and stuff like that, like as more like a circle instead of like a singular line. What's this thing? Hmm. No, it's in here. I just trying to see where the fuck the actual thing is. Oh. I've opened this like once before. I know that. Maybe I did it in the following year. Maybe I drew it and then I finished it. Yeah, all right. I finished it the next year. All right. So come here. All right. So this is one drawing that was the actual drawing itself is good. The art is good. It's just that the coloring, my understanding of coloring and shadows is absolute bullshit. So yeah, this is one of those cases where I've used black to shadow in the early stages, and I have no concept of hair at the time. This is like 2008 drawing. Um, yeah, and there's a like stark contrast to growth, but the same kind of problem I've got with shadows is this kind of thing. Is I don't fully understand placement of shine and shadows and stuff like that. One thing that I have changed since then um, is if I look at, say, here's a little spot here, right? Instead of using a bit of shine, this is her natural skin tone and this is a shadow. So I've exclusively moved to not having shine on skin, but having the actual skin be brighter as like a byproduct, because I can do shadows a little bit better than I can do shine and stuff. So like I've come a fuck ton of a long way from since this for sure, but I still love the amount of motion in this drawing. Where did I just go? I fucking macroed something. Hold on, come back here, you. Yep, I managed to macro a fucking copy paste key in that fucking second. Of course I did. You can draw guns. I can trace guns. That's for sure. But yeah, I like how much motion she has in her movement of body. Like she looks like she's literally about to turn around. And I don't have that range of motion in my art today, and I'm working on it. It is really, really difficult. Like even just bringing motion into hair is an effort. I could do it. I could do it with great practice. Like I drew several things before I got to this picture. Um, but yeah, it's work. It's a lot of constant like growth and learning. So like for instance, when I draw, even though on here I've got that's skin shine, that skin. I bring actually if I just hide her fringe, you might be able to see it a little bit. Okay, so let's say hair here, right? This is hair color. This is hair color darker, and that's hair color shadows. So I've got two different variants over time of her hair color changing, and then I've got different shadows and stuff like that. I've also got several different variations of her eye color. These are very slightly different. They may look exactly the same to some people, but they're very slightly different. And then from there, it has different darkness, different shadows. And darkness might be where an iris is. Like these are skirts and shadows. That's a shirt shadows, stuff like that. I've got bows, I've got mouth. Like, and just in case anybody was wondering what the fuck all these things are, but the thing is, you see how I've got like these two lines of different colors of blue for her eyes? Well, there's a third there's a third option in case we didn't already need an extra one. We have a third variation because over time, using various different programs, I have come across different like slight differences in color that is just fucking infuriating. Plus, also moving from contrast monitors to LCD and so on, like that changed a lot. When I moved from a CRT monitor to an LCD, I had to initially I had to darken the brightness so that I could get all my colors right. And then I found that like all of my artwork and stuff like that was like ultra bright. Um, yeah, it's been fun. And of course, every art program. So when I import pictures into here, they look dusty. They have a dusty shade to them. So that's why, like, my character's skirt that's on the screen at the moment, my avatar, her skirt, I ended up changing to a dusty blue because her initial color was a bright blue. And it did not look good compared to all the slightly more dusty sort of shades that she had. So I went with a slightly darker one. I actually don't hate it, but, like, it was a bit of a change for me. So why is there one spot, like, right here? What the fuck? Um, I'm not surprised that you're hungry, a waiver. I'm not listening to push it. Although it does make sense that these are actually going in order now. I was like, man, that sounds similar. Take the color now. I love the darker tints of blue. Yeah. The other thing too is eyes was something I was looking at really closely today because I was like, how the fuck do I do eyes? Or how did I do eyes? That was a real big challenge for me trying to draw. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I had to like look up like various old pictures. Sorry, I got a hiccup then. I had to look up old pictures, like figure out how I used to do like pupils and shine and all that sort of stuff, just like get an idea of it. And I fucking love this one. Is it? Why do you not go to sleep? It must be very late for you. So it's very late here. So it's 5 a.m. Like Nick will probably be getting up soon. And I haven't slept since Sunday night, I think. I'm fine. I'm not tired. Not even like slightly off or anything. Quite comfortable actually. Yeah, I mean, what we had, I think that was since Sunday. I didn't sleep from Tuesday to Wednesday. So yeah, it must have been Monday. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Thursday now. It's fine. Also, I'm actually sitting up really straight. I wasn't earlier, but I am. Thank you. I still appreciate the posture check because like I tend to slouch a lot when I'm drawing. I shouldn't. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really tired. It's fine. I'll sleep eventually. Worst case scenario is Diablo gets weird. We all know what happens when I get a fucking sleep deprived stream when I'm actually tired and I just start like saying the most random weird shit all the time. Like it's no longer just a check if somebody's paying attention, it's actively what I'm saying in chat. It starts getting really funny. I think Shadow can probably fucking attest to some of those. So can Trianther if he's even still around. Hopefully his daughter's alright. He's looking after a sick kid at the moment. Uh, Actually pretty fond of this song. But I kind of thought it was a little different. Oh, go eat now. Nice. Actually, I think the next song is the song I'm thinking of. This song is good. Fine, it'll be there. Yeah, like I said, I think the thing is like with art streams, you can almost expect like a 7 to a 10 hour stream, give or take. Just because it like takes me fucking forever to draw anything. I think that's the other thing too, is I know that. I do a test of some of those, yeah. They can be so fucking funny. It's just the point where I become like, I don't know, a little delusional at that point. A little like out of sorts, out of reality, stuff like that. They're pretty fun. I'll listen to a bit in the background, but I gotta go help my younger brother with administration stuff for a bit. That's all good. I'll be here. Hopefully everything goes nice and smoothly for you. Um, I am logically trying to figure out how the fuck shadows work. Not shadows specifically, but her expression's about pretty appropriate for exactly what's in front of her eyes. I don't blame her. I don't want that to go that high up, honestly. Kind of want. Oops. Doesn't matter, I can fix that up pretty easily. I'll be here. She says, well, she's literally pulled a switcheroo on me. That was funny. That was fucking hilarious. Because, like, I think you went to just get something, and I was like, it's end of stream time or stuff like that, so I read it out, and then you came back and it was somewhere else. I was still in the chat, though. That was the funniest part about it, I think. But yeah, you go get what you gotta do done. I mean, I'll either be here or I'll have raided somebody. Depends. There aren't many art streamers that I follow that are on at this time. There is one, like Modern Chai. I would probably raid him. Sorry, they. I should fucking fix up my fucking pronoun game. Um, I don't know. I think they go by that as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'd happily raid out to them. I want like up here a little bit because it's not quite like smooth. Up there. Actually starting to wonder if it's a different song altogether. It's like they sing something about like Monday night to the club or something. Let's see what else we got. Throw you on random and see where we go. Rough Cuts is pretty good. RAO8 is pretty great too. It's right after it. Might actually take you straight back off random and let that like roll into next few. Next few is pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of about where I wanted that to be. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, it's time for me to pop off. Good rest of your stream. No worries. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you coming and hanging out and chatting and stuff. I hope the rest of your day goes nicely. Oh, that might be afternoon by now, maybe. Actually didn't need to clean that bit up because we need to cover this. Oh, Zula, that is my chair. Zula has returned, and she has now realized that it's close to her breakfast time, and she is quite vengeful about that. So she has decided to shake the fuck out of my chair in total cat protest. No, you are not getting on the desk, Zula. I know that you want food and you have to wait a whole another hour because it's nowhere near breakfast for you. I love that, like, she's very time clocked to her food. She's just like, if I'm not fucking fed by this time, riots are going to be happening. Like, what she does is usually at this time I'm editing, right? So Azula usually like jumps up and sits on my seat and shakes the ever loving fuck out of it, like constantly for like a couple of hours. Usually starts at like 3:30 a.m. and kind of goes from there. And I kind of either have two choices, depends on how I'm going. Sometimes she can like shake it enough that I have to like get up and go use like the toilet or something like that because I'm like I literally can't sit here and just be shaking like crazy. And other times I can endure it and like kind of keep going. And she fucking hates those days because I don't get up. So then she gets like really excessive and she gets all up in my face while I'm drawing or editing, whatever I'm doing at the time, and just like goes, yeah, okay. I'm gonna make it almost impossible for you to do anything, which is really frustrating sometimes. At least while I'm editing, it can get frustrating because anybody that has a cat knows that like they'll bump your hands and they'll like make you click on things when you're not trying to click on something, and it is just difficult.
Thinking that the orange might be too much at this point. Try to get a nice gradient for the distance. And at the front, get some logo on the mark. change it.
Probably just her a little bit of shadow on the mouth, if any, and eyes. I may not actually have to do anything on the mouth, actually. I'll do a little bit the mouth. Uh,
I was crying again. Thank you, honey. I was getting slack up in here. I was like sitting up straight in the monitor, so actually. The house, eyes left. I'm thinking dark behind it. You might need to turn it, range up from this, I can get. No, I could go to the dark one. I think it's like a lemon blonde, but I don't know. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I've got dyed dark as you can eyeshadow. Just hope the people that are in front of the actual eyeball. You should. Like theoretically. The stream just told me that it's welcome to chat. I'm like, as far as I can tell, nothing happened, but I probably just like dropped the internet for a hot second, I guess. So that kind of sucks.
little sweetie, gotta stop shaking my chair. She's like 100% at this point raging out because she's still got 30 minutes left to go and she knows it. Or she can have some breakfast. The problem is, this isn't like when I'm editing where I can kind of like get away with like occasional accidental click. I'm actually trying to do like swooping motions and shit. Funny thing is, I feel like this almost makes it look worse. Okay, so I gotta put you off my chair because you're rocking and rolling. There we go. I have resumed the lack of shaky chair. I know what she's like. She's just gonna like perpetually sit here and just shake my chair as much as she physically can until like I can't like stay seated anymore. But I'm doing stuff. Need my mouse back. That looks alright. Pressing back. Eyes a little bit off. so funny. This kind of reminds me of a type of eye from a Laguna Chef, and I've never tried to like draw one of their eyes ever. They normally have like very like black like bug eye pupil kind of things. So this is like really weird. All right. Actually, almost the reverse of what I'd do with like a fucking iris. Honestly, weird. I want. I just realized that that's like been a car idling this whole time. I can't fucking hear through my headset.
Like that. Or
I don't want to like encapsulate at the top. I won't put it on it if it doesn't look like right. Very hard to get something to match the other side. Actually reminds me so much of the fucking prawn eyes. I'm not even joking. Although I hate to say it almost works, but I almost feel like her hair could be in front of it. But I don't think that would work. Right. Sort of works. Sort of not. The only thing is, with my character, a lot of the times her hair is in the way of her eyes, and that's generally a stylized choice. But when it comes to actually trying to add color to it, it can make it very fucking difficult.